Today's video, I will be breaking down some ideas for this year's NFL Rivalry uniforms for the teams of the Indianapolis Colts, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Houston Texans, the Tennessee Titans, the Chicago Bears, the Detroit Lions, the Green Bay Packers, and the Minnesota Vikings. So let's get into it. First, we have the Indianapolis Colts. I think the Indianapolis Colts go for more like a race vibe because they host Indianapolis 500 every year. I think that like a nice little racetrack checkerboard design, like the one that I'm about to put up on the screen, I think that would look great as a rivalry uniform, and I think it would look good on the field. I could see another design as a more of like a horse design that I'm about to put up on the screen, or like a cowboy design with them being the Colts and like their logo being a horse too. I think they could go for more of like a horse design. I think that would be another option that they could go towards, or just like a straight up black or white that we've been seeing lately by many other teams with like a little accent of blue, maybe a little silver in there. But I think that that's what they would go towards, a horse or a checkerboard race idea. Those are my two uniforms that I think that they could go for. They already have regular uniforms. They already have pretty good uniforms, in my opinion. I think that they just go for the horse or the race uniform, and I think that would be a big upgrade for their horse designs. Next, we have the Houston Texans. I think the Houston Texans go for more of like a cursive Houston kind of thing. I like their bowl, like the one that I'm about to put up on the screen. I like their bowl, like where they have like the horns coming up. I think that was really cool. I think if they do that again in like a white or red uniform with like blue, I think that would look really cool. But I think that's a way that they could go, or they could go this rodeo style that I just found that I like. I think that this would be a great concept for them, because Texans, when you think Texas, you think rodeo, horses, all that. I think that would look very, very nice. And those are my two ideas for the Texans, but you can't really go wrong because you can't really hate on their other uniforms. Their other uniforms are just perfect. I love their uniforms. And I think that if whatever one they go for would look great in like a CJ Stroud or something like that. But I like those two designs. I think that they already have great uniforms, but this would bring it to another level. Now we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars have very nice uniforms. I like the teal. I like the black. But I think that the rivalry jerseys give them a chance to upgrade their uniform styles even more. I think that they could go with like a teal helmet and a black jersey, like I'm about to put up on the screen, or they could go for a more of a darker vibe. They could go with the black with the accents of teal. I think that would look very nice on the field with the Jaguars. I think that it would look very nice. But I don't really know what they could do. They have so many other options that they could go for. I feel like anything with the teal really makes it nice. I feel like if they do the Jaguars logo on the teal, I think that would look really, really nice. I've also seen other designs where they would go for like more of a Jaguar vibe and like a Jaguar on the helmet. I don't really think that they do that. But I think that those are the two ones that I think will most likely happen. I just think that would look very, very nice with all the other jerseys in their jersey collection. Next, we have the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans always have really, really good uniforms, and they just changed their regular uniforms this past year, so that team knows how to design a uniform. And I think that they have so many possibilities with the NFL Rivalry uniforms. I think that they would match really well alongside with the uniforms that they just got, changing like using the Oilers jerseys to make them their new primary jerseys, but with like a new logo and everything. I think that they go for a Music City type. It represents the city of Nashville. I think that there are 2 designs that I really like out on the internet. I think that that would look really, really nice. They just have so many possibilities that they could do. I think they could also go red. I think that they could go multiple options with this uniform. I think they have so much possibilities. I think it would look really, really nice. But I'm no uniform designer. I'm finding disclaimer, I did not make all these uniforms. These are people's made uniforms. I did not design them, but I think that these would look really, really nice out on the field. Next up, we are starting off with the NFC North, and the first team we have is the Green Bay Packers. I've been always thinking, ever since I became a football fan, is that it would be cool if the Green Bay Packers had a Titletown uniform. This is the time that they could actually have a Titletown uniform. I think that they go for like the gold, Green Bay kind of thing, like gold and green, like a darkish green. Maybe have 2 T's as the logo, but I think they will have it as the regular logo and just change the colors. I think that would always look very cool. Green Bay being Titletown, USA. And just so much history here. Or I think that they go like a cheese route. I think that'd be a very classic Green Bay thing. Like a cheese helmet, but I don't think that would look very good on the field. So I'm going to stick with the Titletown one, but I could see them doing a cheese one. Next, we have the Chicago Bears. I think that the Bears go, I've been seeing a lot of designs online. I'm going to pop up the 2 that I've been talking about, that I've been thinking about, is the Polar Bears. I think it's a whiteout Bears uniform. It could go either one of these ways. They could change the logo, or it could be a full-out white logo. I just like the scheme of like calling it the Polar Bears. I think that would look very, very cool. With them being the Bears and they play in the cold and everything, that'd be really cool if they do the Polar Bears. I think that the NFC North is starting to trend towards all white uniforms. They love our all white uniforms over here. Like, we got the Packers all whites, we got the Vikings all whites. Those look very tough, and I think that if you can get those and make the Bears one look as cool as that, I think that would look really nice. The Detroit Lions, I think that they would call them the Motor City jerseys. I think that would look very, very nice on the field. But what I've been seeing is that they're going towards a silver and bluish color, and I think I've been playing around with it, and I think that the one that I'm about to put up on the screen looks what could actually happen. Either that, or I really like this design that I saw on the internet. It's a Motown kind of feel. I like that. With them being where the home of the Ford is from, I think that would look very nice. The Ford Field, they play in Ford Field. I think that Detroit is known for Motown, and I think that would look very nice. Finally, we have the Minnesota Vikings. I think the Minnesota Vikings will go for a blackout uniform. Their colors have already been leaked, so I think this what it will look like, with the all black, the purple, the same Minnesota logo, the blackout helmet. I just think that would look so clean with the team. I just really would like to see that actually happen. It would look very, very nice on the field. I was a fan of the blackout uniforms last year. I know that many people weren't, but I still think that the blackout uniforms last year were really nice. So that's what I'm going to say. I think that that's what the uniforms are going to look like, but you never know. And all these are just concepts. They're not the actual uniforms. Thank you all for watching. This was a fun video to make with all the uniforms. I've always been a big fan of uniforms. Just remember, I did not make all these uniforms. I thought of them and I found them on the internet. I did not make them. I just want to say that and don't have you guys calling me out for copyright. I did not make these. These are all fan made. But you never know where the rivalry uniforms can go. I think like last year was a surprise that they had the Gotham City ones for the Jets, but I just really appreciate you all watching, and God bless.